Straight back to it. There we go. We can see my teammate is absolutely devastating the rest of 20B. There's that one that we completed. Let's go to 19B. Oh yeah, of course, there's our little survivor battle team. Again, don't usually do survivor battles. I just really wanted to. Just fancied it. They are fun. They're great. Okie dokie, what do we got? Metalhead, some speedies. Okay. Got a tank there as well. I didn't see if we've got a goo to contend with. Maybe we do. I think I mentioned in a previous video, if I can, I'll use that super duper mega charge attack from Mercer early. I think it's especially viable against non-normal walker types. Yeah, and I just want to get rid of those non-normal walkers. I want to kind of get an advantage in the mission as soon as possible. Get rid of the big scary stuff as soon as possible. Sure, you might find yourself thinking like, oh well, you know what, I could have got more walkers if I'd have saved it till later. You know, that can certainly happen. Certainly you might accidentally use it when it might have turned out much more useful later on, but for the most part I think that getting ahead of yourself, getting that advantage early on is worth it. I feel the same way about Guild Wars as well. So obviously everyone's got different strategies. I think if you can, having your best players in to just start smashing those really high reward levels, the most difficult ones, getting yourself loads of points early on, just absolutely sort of getting a huge points lead earlier, you know, as soon as you possibly can. I think there's an advantage to doing that. But of course, slow and steady can win the race as well, as long as you and the rest of your guild are working as a team. It's so cheesy to say it, but it is absolutely key. You know, communication. If everybody is out just doing their own thing, I mean, unless you really have a guild full of people who can just handle absolutely anything, then yeah, sure, okay, Guild Wars will never be a challenge. But most people, you're going to have people of different abilities, and yeah, just making it so that they're playing to their own strengths, playing to their own abilities, not trying to overstretch themselves, but also not selling them short, is, yeah, that's how you win. Not everybody has a fully powered up team like this. Not everybody has Sasha, Yumiko, Mercer with several purple stars, plus all of the best heroes, you know, just sort of sitting on the bench ready to be used. Not everybody has weapons with crippling and huge blasts and incendiary, but it is strategy and tactics that count more. Yes, having the best gear, it does help. I would never say it doesn't. But it probably is fair to say that unless you know what you're doing, it's not going to make that much of a difference. A good player with, you know, a great player with good gear will do better than a mediocre player with the absolute best stuff, because they're not going to know how to use it. It's one of the things that's kind of fun. As you're coming up through this game, you learn how to make do with what you have, and then when you get your hands on some decent stuff, you know, really good gear, then you can make the most of it, because you know how to get by without strictly relying on it. It's definitely something that comes up quite often, and it is absolutely fair to say that, yeah, go for the best gear, you know, do that, but the idea that that will somehow turn a losing strategy into a winning strategy, that ain't gonna happen. That just does not happen. Oops. Guess what? That was a misclick. Talk about losing strategies, huh? Okay, let's just... We got loads and loads of flares, not a problem. You're not crippled. That is a little concerning. Good. Reached Sasha, didn't do anything. Oh my gosh, wakey wakey. Good job, he was not distracted by that. You are still in range, sir. Slow them down. Okay, just retreat. Wow, that misclick, it really did make a mess of things. I don't think we're quite in dire straits just yet. You know, but it certainly slowed us down. But then, that's the game. There you go. It'd probably be easy to think, oh yeah, if you're at max level and you've been playing for years and you know it inside out, surely nothing's still a challenge. Actually, you can still make mistakes. You can still find yourself being taken by surprise by this game sometimes. It does happen. It's not just misclicks either. Sometimes, you know, you think you've got something in the bag. No. The game can be trickier than you think. I think one of the key things is knowing when to display a little bit of patience and when to just get on with what you've got to get on with. So for this, we had to really reevaluate that after that little misclick. I'm so glad that turned out to be the crate that we needed. That feels like a vindication. But yeah, we definitely had to change our strategy because of that slight boo-boo. Anyway. One thing that we have used in this battle and the one in the prior video as well was tools. I think I used a grenade in a previous mission, in the previous video. I used a flare there. Don't forget to use them. They can really help. I mean, people are talking about top tier equipment. I can't remember when tools become available. Are they available right from the start? Flares, piles of gore, grenades, stun grenades. I'm not sure if they are, I can't remember. But they can make a really big difference. Top tier gear, everyone always thinks armor and weapons. Don't forget about badges. They might seem like a complicated thing at first, but actually they're very easy to sort of craft, use, you know, and employ. They'll give you a really big boost to your damage if that's what you need. Health and damage resistance if you're having to use bruisers. Very useful. I've got what have I got? Damage and critical damage on just about everybody except, as mentioned before, bruisers. Oh yeah, and of course, just use Michonne's cat there. Supports. They can be very useful too. Sure, they're pretty much single use per game. Tools. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can start using. So for supports, you have to engage in Last Stand. That's how you get the support tokens. But it is a very fun game mode. And actually earning the support's very easy. Upgrading them from sort of level 1 to additional levels, it requires a lot of effort. Oh, it should also be noted that you get support tokens from the survival pass. Whether you actually buy it or not, you get more tokens if you do buy the booster, the platinum survival pass. but it doesn't matter. You get those tokens anyway. And having the supports at level 1, sure, they're more powerful at level 5, but level 1 they do the basic job. And for some of them, things like Dog, Michonne's cat, sure, better when they're boosted, but they make a huge difference just by having them, even at level 1. Go to exit. You make it sound so easy, but there's exploding walkers, there's tanks, there's speedies, there's commonwealths. Exploding walkers can be a handy thing to have on the map when there's commonwealth walkers, because they're an easy way to cause an awful lot of damage without really having to do much. Now this is a tricky map type for ranged characters as well. At some point we're going to have to just poke our head out there, see what we can see. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that's why I shouldn't have done that. So there you go. Talking about the game can still throw surprises at you. There you go. Made a real big mistake there with Yumiko just moving too far forward when I knew that there were exploding walkers and speedy walkers who could have grabbed her, to be fair. So slight error. I think it will be okay. We'll use a resurrection token, or we'll just spend the gold to get her fixed up. I am loath to spend gold on healing characters, but if it's just the odd time sort of here and there where you've made the mistake and you just want to keep on playing, that's fine. I wouldn't recommend making a habit out of spending gold on healing characters. If you're spending a lot of gold doing that, then it might be time to rethink your strategies. Sure, you're gonna get burned every now and again, but you shouldn't find yourself spending sort of hundreds of gold every guild war, every weekly challenge. Got to think about preserving your guy's health. Let's use charge attack on Mr. Friendly there. Yeah, let's keep hitting him. Obviously we want Mercer charged, so I think we take a slight diversion and we get some charge points from there. Hello. Okay, well, that worked out. Be nice if you were on fire. Slam you with that. I think there's still a walker. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, we'll open the gate. Mercer's charged, so if this game throws anything at us, we can handle it. But as it is, hey, the walker reinforcements appear. We flee. Okay, stellar stuff. Plenty of attacks left, but look at that. Made a very, very good start. I've got a good feeling about this war. Alright, as ever, thank you for watching.